Hey guys, Exotic here.
And Derpyfawks here, and I just said Candlejack, so I'm gonna die.
They can get the thumbs up if they
Get the reference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is our second Sanctum video. It's our record as well, which is not to sound boastful or anything, but yeah, record. Wave 7. How does it feel?
Really bad.
We're playing on Aftershock, and it's the last map, so quote unquote hardest. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, we get like a good length maze, but there's not really enough places to put all your towers, if that makes sense.
Half the squares aren't buildable.
Yeah.
Right, basically what we're going to do for this video, we're just going to go through elements of the game and our opinions and what we think of it and potential quote-unquote tactics again, but seeing as our waves record is 7, so I wouldn't take them too much to heart.
Take them to heart.
First we'll go over the towers. Gatling Tower. Opinions?
I don't like it.
Just straight off the bat, don't like it.
Don't like it.
With the high attack speed.
Yeah, but it's got really short range.
No ground.
Yeah, they can't shoot air.
Well, as far as it goes, we'll go into what it's good for when we get down to specifics on the enemies, but that's basically the opinions on the tower as a tower. Not that great, fairly useless. The Violator, though.
I don't like it again.
I do like it, but it is slow attack speed.
It's got really high. It attacks like once every 5 seconds.
But the range is ridiculous. It is the whole map. It's literally the whole map.
Doesn't really warrant the really slow speed, though.
That's true, but we still spam it.
You spam it.
I spam it, that's true. What about the Penetrator? You've never actually used it, but...
No.
I'm undecided when it comes to that. Like, you see how much damage it does. You see the attack speed, but you don't actually see if it's being useful.
Yeah, the way I keep thinking of it is it's like sort of like a Violator Gatling Tower hybrid.
A mix.
It's got like the ground only, meh range, and good damage.
We are when we kind of try and tunnel them through on slow fields with a hollow tower, but again, we can't even tell if that's being useful or not.
The game really does need like damage numbers for towers as well.
Yeah, that would help.
Or like what about recount?
What about lightning towers? You're the one who spams those, not me.
I don't spam them, but yeah, they've got really good damage. They're quite slow, but they make up for it with the bouncing attacks on the later upgrades.
So at the start, they're not overly useful.
They're not really overly useful. They're help for like the bulkier enemies.
That's true. Like, yeah, we'll get into the enemies. What about the scatter laser? Again, that's you.
I prefer that much more than the Gatling Tower.
But the random can't be too helpful.
No, but it's got better range, decent damage and attack speed, and can hit air.
That's true. And
so it's not as limited, if you know what I mean.
You're missing out your favorite point of the scatter laser, though.
It looks badass.
It does have quite a high level of badassery.
It's got like this little wee lightning bolt flying between its prongs.
That just makes awesome. What about the slow fields and the killing floors? That's pretty much just what I spend the excess resources on.
Spamming slow fields.
Yeah, the slow fields. The killing floors just aren't doing it for me anymore. I just do not think they justify.
Well, I don't think they can really hit weak spots, which just came to the problem.
But I think the first upgrade goes from like 100 to like 1,000. Don't quote me on it, but it is a ridiculous upgrade, percent-wise anyway. But the slow fields, best thing ever. Best thing ever. Hollow towers, yeah.
They only work on Gatling towers and penetrators for a start, I believe.
Oh yeah, because they can't. Well,
I don't really think you can. Well, maybe on like the scatter lasers if it shoots downwards, but
I don't know. That's something that.
Yeah, I'd certainly say for now though it's only guaranteed to work with.
Well, that's what we've
and Gatlings, as far as we know.
We use it, but that's only for lack of anything else, really.
Yeah, we just kind of use it to go with the penetrators just to make it a bit more potentially useful.
Yeah, potential.
You do get about an extra like 150% DPS just for having it there.
What about the anti-air towers? That's all you again.
They're fairly okay attack speed. They've got splash. You kind of need them for the later airwaves.
You can't survive without them on the later airwaves. But
just because Violators don't really cut it.
Nah, but they do have like high hits, but it's just the damage and the speed even. The mortar towers. I like these. Not gonna lie.
I like them a lot.
They're just like. That's what they're like. That is what they're like. They do it all the time. But
they're really only useful for some waves.
Like for the tanks and stuff, they just tickle them.
Yeah.
But and the runners...
They've got really good range as well, and they've got decent splash.
But I'm guessing they get a lot better with upgrades, but that's kind of without saying. They get better if you upgrade them.
Oh, I was going to downgrade them. I've been doing it all wrong.
Like with Digimon, Digivice... What are they?
Stop. Digimon.
I forgot. Anyway, the televators. You can't say much on the televators. They're
teleporting elevator.
Yeah.
I want one.
But with the map we used on, if you can see where we put one, it kind of gets us right at the highest point in the map, which is kind of useful for snipers. But Wave 7 doesn't. Just saying.
We still just die horribly anyway.
Let's go on to the weapons. For the shotgun, I guess. Well, I don't use it. Yeah, I use that. So it's good for the enemies with the big weak spot. So because the spray kind of wouldn't really justify unless you were hugging one of the smaller ones, in which case you'll get kicked off the map, which I did several times in the video. So you'll see why you don't do that. But I wouldn't say it's actually that good.
What about the alt fire?
Nah, don't like it. Not even a little bit.
Wouldn't it be kind of good for like bursting down like a really high health tank?
No, it's crap. No, just don't like it. That's all.
Okay then. Well, I use that. It's a really fast attack, which means it's really good for one of the enemy types later on. We'll explain that. It recharges fairly quick if it overheats. The ult fires a grenade, which is really helpful for the smaller groups of enemies.
Yeah.
Its DPS is still fairly good if you just spray it normally.
Which you do. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Well, with a freeze gun, it freezes stuff.
Right? And everybody else, like the primary fire, it slows one target, and if anyone tries to pass that target, it slows them down as well. So
it's quite good.
Whereas the alt fire is just like a static stun, if you like.
Which I like.
Upgrading it's really helpful because you get like an extra second of stun per upgrade.
And it recharges a bit faster, I think.
Yeah.
Well, with a sniper rifle, and we both use it, but I'm guessing I should cover this one.
Yeah, I rarely upgrade it.
I pretty much upgrade this to rank 6, just because my accuracy is utter YY ladder stall, no scope, collateral, cross map. Yeah, that's how good sniper I am.
I just lost all respect for you there. Not that I had any in the first place.
I don't even play Xbox, how do I YY? But yeah, it's really powerful upgraded, and being able to fire 4 at once rapidly just really helps.
However, it's really useless not upgraded.
Yeah, if you're not upgrading it, just don't even bother switching it out.
Yeah, you get one shot with it. It's really slow recharge.
Like 200 damage as well.
So yeah, it's good for like the early waves.
That's because you don't have a choice.
But I mean on like early airwaves and stuff.
Yeah, it kind of one-hits things.
Yeah.
Okay, now on to the enemies. This will be interesting.
Yeah.
We're going to use the technical names of them because...
technical names that explain what we call them.
Yeah. We only have different names for some of them, and some of them aren't okay, you know, language-wise. So, we'll start with the big walkers. Guess you can only really talk about it. They're bulky with a big big weak spot. So, hit them in the weak spot, really.
Yeah.
There's not too many of them per wave of them, though.
The weak spot is on the front as well, so it means most of your towers are going to be able to hit that no problem in the first place.
They're quite controlled. The smaller version of them, just the walkers, there's quite a lot of them per wave.
They've got okay health compared to some of the other enemies as well.
And okay speed.
We call them little big guys.
It's much more a technical term. You know, it's like Paradox, little big.
Yeah.
The tanks, I like these enemies, not gonna lie.
They annoy me.
They're so easy. I upgrade the sniper, they're just dead. Usually one's dead before they even get into the maze, just from sniping. So, well, you can guess they're bulky and slow, and hit them in the head.
Yeah, but the problem is their head's kind of like above normal tower height. So it means penetrators and Gatling towers aren't going to be able to hit it.
Yeah, so it really is about the above ground towers, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the blockers?
We don't really have much trouble with them, really.
Nah, easy to control, I think. You just shoot them once, they drop. They get up, you shoot them once, they drop.
Yeah.
Same for the towers, they just lay into them. So
Although they do kind of waste your time, though, if you're dealing with like other hard enemies.
they do.
You're going to have to spend your time stalling the blockers rather than hitting anyone else.
The weak spot, it's quite small, but it's right in the middle, so it's not too difficult, really.
Yeah.
And onto the air, we're going to cover air as a whole. So there's the dodgers, the little flitty ones. They're...
You hate them.
I do, I really do hate them. Just wait for them to move and then shoot. Wait for them to move, then shoot. Don't bother trying to shoot just before they might move. You won't hit them.
I think as a general tactic for air, just hit them take them about half health and let your anti-air towers cover it, just because they've got the splash to finish up everything.
The gliders, like the bat ones, they're just kind of unpredictable.
They do kind of have like their little weird arcing patterns when they move, and they kind of come from different directions compared to normal air.
Other than that, no real problem. And the spore pods are kind of the same, no real problem. Just shoot them a couple times and let anti-air deal with it via splash.
They'd still have a lot of hit points if you've not got an upgraded sniper rifle.
Yeah, you're kind of going to lose. They could easily wipe you.
You kind of need sniper rifle to deal with air in general, though.
Yeah, that's true. What about soakers?
These guys.
They do as they say. They soak. Do damage, they take more damage.
Yeah, basically, every time they get hit, the next hit will cause more damage. And that stacks constantly.
So, Gatling guns, assault rifles, this is what you want to use.
Yeah, like you'll typically use that till you get near the end of your mace, then just pull the sniper rifle and you'll feel good, like 2k unupgraded sniper rifle.
Or a shotgun. Shotgun's good. Hoverers, no. These guys are so overpowered. You only weak spots at the back, can't take any damage from the front. No.
Which kind of makes Gatling towers and stuff useless as well.
It just won't, and because it's above the Gatling height, I think.
Yeah. No, it's not really above it. The weak spot's above it, but...
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. It's stupid. It really is stupid.
So, again, scatter lasers kind of have that advantage because they can nip it in the back.
What about the bobbleheads?
They're not too much of a problem, but they're kind of annoying to hit.
Only with a sniper, though, because they sway.
Yeah, their weak spots are sways constantly.
But once you're used to their swaying pattern, it's not really erratic.
Yeah.
It's kind of looped. So it's not too big a deal.
Yeah.
The runners, there's a lot. There's the pro tips. There's a lot of them. What do you do if there's a lot of them?
Spam AoE.
There you go. That's how you win.
Mortars everywhere.
Assault grenades.
Yeah, one more enemy now, I believe.
No, that's them.
No, what about Chargers? You missed them.
Oh yeah, the Chargers. They wipe.
I don't
us.
like them.
No.
Yeah, they tend to be what kills us.
They're really fast. Right. Just views on survival as a whole. I think what we've decided is that the difficulty kind of seems to be on the hardest by default.
Yeah, I really think it should be some sort of ramp up. Like it starts with the first 5 waves on easy.
Yeah.
Then it's like normal, and then hard.
Yeah. Well, what about the tactics? What about upgrading versus building lots? I think this is just based on what you're getting. There is no real choice. You kind of just take a pick and hope it works.
Well, really what you have to do is you have to counter to what enemies are coming at you.
Yeah.
But then again, there's kind of a problem there because you're very limited to space.
So, it's situational awareness. That's it, really.
Like, if you get a bunch of, like, runners, first couple of waves, you're going to build a lot of mortars. But then you're going to have like tanks the next wave, and then you're going to be screwed because all your money's mortars.
It's basically luck of the draw. So
and you kind of need to be aware of when you're extending your maze as well, because you can't just like clump up a bunch of good towers and have no maze.
Yeah. Well, we are going to leave now. Thanks for watching our video. Peace out.
Awesome.